Alright, today we have another Beyblade discussion, this time another news discussion. Sorry I'm being a bit late here. I wanted to wait until the 321 news came out instead of just covering the Korokoro stuff since we've kind of already gotten that stuff teased from before. But I'm here now to talk about it, so anyway, let's just go ahead and start. First up we have BulletGriffon Hexa. This comes with the launcher as it is a starter. That's nice. Also comes out April 25th, so we're going to be waiting another month for this thing, but the wait will be worth it. So it does come with a reused bit, which is Hexa. Honestly, for a reused bit, I think it's a very, very solid choice, and it makes sense with the idea of this bay. And now we have a look at our first true UX expand blade BulletGriffon, the ratchet integrated blade, which is actually a blade that splits apart. Yeah, it has the Phantom Fox Bunshin core gimmick. It splits in half during battle. The top half is the bullet part, which is actually just one solid piece, has its own like tip and everything. It's considered an attack type, whereas the bottom half is considered Griffin. This can change out its bits, and it's considered a defense type, which is why I think it makes sense for it to have Hexa, as it is generally used for defense, but the bay itself is balance. So, good choice there. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about this thing being a split bay. It's great. It'll probably be my favorite bay of the generation so far. I want to have it in hand before I say anything for sure, but it's looking good. My only real criticisms here is, first up, it's a Griffin motif. Why would you not take the opportunity to have like a lion and eagle split thing right there? I feel like that would have made more sense. Also, the ruling on this thing's a little bit unfortunate. Basically, it's the bottom half that takes priority, so the top half just doesn't matter. If it's thrown out immediately, that's it. If it's still standing after everything else, it doesn't matter. If Griffin lost first, then, well, the bullet part doesn't matter, you lose anyway. I understand why they did this, but it would have been cool if they actually just had a proper two-part bay, and both halves were actually like kind of the main bay in a sense. Again, it's understandable, just a little bit unfortunate. These two things aren't huge detractors from this bay or anything. I still like it a lot. Again, it's probably my favorite bay of the generation, but I have to give some criticism somewhere, I guess, as per usual, and that's where it is. But definitely a very, very exciting looking bay. I am very excited to actually get this thing. It'll be a good time. Moving on to our May release, we have DranStrike 450 Free Flat. This is another starter, so you have a launcher with it, which is cool. Also, this releases on May 16th, so it is quite a while away, actually. First of the ratchet, 450, it's reused. It's an okay choice. I would have liked 350 here, but 450, fine. Free Flat is interesting. It'll be a flat, but I guess with a bit more stamina. Interested to see how good that is. It might actually be pretty solid, or it could just be like a slightly different flat with a bit more stamina and a bit less aggression, I guess. We'll see. Interesting part though. And then we have the layer DranStrike, our first proper look at a BX expand blade. It looks fine. Almost looks like a mix of drawn sword and drawn dagger. I just don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's just kind of fine. I don't mind it, but when our two big bays are BulletGriffon and DranStrike, I feel like BulletGriffon's going to be a little bit more exciting. Next up, actually cycling back to March here, on March 28th, in fact, we have Spriggan at 270 Merge, which is actually a starter. So you gotta launch with this thing, and yeah, it comes out next week, so that's very soon. First up, the Spriggan blade is fine. I don't like the whole fused layer disc thing as the blade personally. It looks pretty awkward. I get it, but I don't know, I think this could have been a bit better. Also, 270, they're doing this whole thing where, just like Valkyrie, the two sides is supposed to be like a driver thing. I don't like that. Can we not do this? And also, why is this 70 height? This should have been 60 at most. I highly doubt they make 250 for this thing, but they should have, because it has Merge. Merge makes this thing so awkwardly tall. Like, we didn't need a 70 height here. We could have just done 60 or potentially lower, because this looks insane. I understand why they chose Merge. It makes sense. But it makes me wish we got the original Merge that had a fairly normal height instead of whatever this is supposed to be. It's not really Spriggan's fault, I guess. It's just kind of an unfortunate situation. And yeah, the remake, in my opinion, looks pretty lackluster because of it, but, well, they made the choice with Merge, and I guess now Spriggan has to pay the price for it. Moving on, we have something very, very unexpected. Normally, I don't care about the Beyblade collab stuff, like, at all. But Takatomi has decided to do their own collab thing, and this is looking very, very cool. The Evangelion Deck Set. This is a Takatomi Mall exclusive. The pre-order window is March 21st through April 20th, and it will release on August 29th. So quite a while away, but I am definitely looking forward to this one. I'm not going to go too in-depth here. I'll save a lot of the references and part discussion for whenever this thing comes out. Again, that's going to be like 6 months from now by the time I get it, but I think it'll be better just having it all in hand talking about it there. But it does come with 2 launchers, which is nice. Also a nice deck case, and 3 bays. EvaArc Bumper 070 Elevate, EvaBrave Assault 170 Vortex, and EvaBrush Turn 270 Accel. based on the different, Eva units and whatnot. For Unit 0, by the way, this whole thing's based on the Eva rebuild films, which is why that one looks the way it does, because that's not the color scheme had in the original anime, which is what I watched. I haven't seen the rebuild films personally, so I was a bit caught off guard by that, but yeah, that explains it. I should probably watch the rebuild films before this comes out. But yeah, this set looks amazing. This is what collab bays should be. Greatly prefer these to the Hasbro ones. Very excited to talk about this set. Again, I'm saving a lot of the discussion for that video in a few months. I think it'll be a really good video. I have a lot of ideas for it, because I do think it'll be a fun one to talk about, so I'll save that for then. It's a long wait, but that's just the release date it has. Moving on to ScorpioSpear 070 Zap. This is the magenta version. It looks very, very odd, but kind of cool. Honestly, a pretty good choice for a recolor. I think ScorpioSpear was due for one. This will be coming to the Beyblade bar on April 25th, and at some point later down the line, it will be a rare Big Get Battle Bay. It looks like a rare Big Get Battle Bay. Again, good choice for it, I think. Good color scheme, I like this a lot. I like the magenta metal coat it has, so I will be picking this one up eventually. Might be a while, but it'll happen. Oh, and just as a quick side note, AeroPegasus 370 Accel Red version is finally coming to the rare Big Get Battle. After all this time, I believe that comes out on March 23rd, so by the time this video comes out, it'll be like less than a day probably. Next up we have BahamutBlitz Break Knuckle 150 Ignition. This is the yellow version, or is it like a gold version? I'm not entirely sure, but basically it's another Korokoro lottery prize. I'm sure we'll eventually get this with the limited edition manga release, so it'll be a lot more accessible. Don't waste all your money on this thing when it first comes out. It looks interesting. Not really sure on the color choices here, but it's something. I should probably start collecting these, honestly, these lottery prizes slash limited edition manga bays. I just haven't yet, so maybe I'll get this eventually, who knows. Next we got some DranStrike 450 free flat recolors. We have the gold version, silver version, and the bronze version. These are G1 tournament prizes, so basically bays that no one will ever get. They look kind of nice, but yeah, it's not really worth getting attached to these. I also have an update on the Sneak Attack Battle Set, one of the Hasbro products we saw last month. So ShinobiCutter Low Flat has been confirmed to have a moving part on its blade. That sort of underneath piece apparently rotates. I heard it's not free spin, it's apparently something like a ScorpioSpear mode change, which is kind of underwhelming. We've already seen that gimmick on a regular UX blade, so seeing it on a UX Expand blade with the integrated ratchet feels a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Also for AegisRampart Gearball, it has a stabilizing battle shield, whatever that means. It could just be nothing and basically just them throwing out words to try and claim it does something when it doesn't, but this could do something. It could be like a bound gimmick potentially, that would be cool, or maybe some kind of internal shift, who knows. So I wish I could talk more about this one, but we just don't know what it does. Hopefully that is an actual gimmick, but I guess we'll have to wait and see whenever it comes out. It's supposed to be July, but these things sometimes release early. And finally we have something I can't show as it was shown in a Korokoro, but we did have a sneak peek of the April random booster bay, that being UnicornDelta. It's a new CX Expand bay. Unicorn's coming back with a different owner though, but still, Unicorn is getting an upgrade, and a full upgrade, not just one of those like weird kind of upgrades, but not like, Rhino Reaper. It's a full-on new Unicorn. It has some kind of orientation gimmick. Depending on how you orient the blades, it does different things apparently. Probably just smaller shifts, but still, it is nice to see that they're finally taking advantage of that whole orientation stuff that CX could have. They probably should have done this last year, but I guess at least we're getting it now. Anyway, I think that's everything for this month. There was a lot of news. I kind of went through it pretty quickly. I easily could have made this video like 30 minutes long, I just didn't want to. So hopefully that was a fairly concise way of going about it. This is definitely one of the best ones we've had, I think. So another good month for Beyblade X this year. I mean, we already knew about BulletGriffon, but the gimmick wasn't certain, so it is nice to see that confirmed. And also the Eva set just looks great, so that was out of nowhere, and I am definitely excited for that one. But I think that's all I have for today, so anyways, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.